Morning, everybody. You might be hearing me on the regular Kitten Academy live stream right now. Hi. We're doing a close-up too. It just started, so if you're watching one and feel like tuning into the other, definitely give it a shot. I'm here with Brooke, who wanted out of the room, but then once she realized I was coming in, decided to settle down instead and give me little slow blinks to tell me how much she loves me. That's a sweetie. I do want to give her a chance to go out of the room with us, though, so we'll do that in just a minute. But while she's calm, let me tell you, I tested her blood sugar this morning, and again, it came out normal. As a matter of fact, I haven't gotten an abnormal test, high blood sugar reading from her, except for the day that we went to the vet. Um, so that's interesting to me. I feel like I know a lot of people have suggested that stress can cause a high blood sugar reading. And because a lot of people suggested that, I brought it up to the vet, and the vet said, well, I don't know if it could be that high, though. The vet thought that her reading was so high that it couldn't just be stress. But I don't know now. I think maybe stress could end up being an explanation after all. We'll have to do more testing. I almost think I should test her blood sugar and just take her out in the car for 10 minutes, drive her around the block, and bring her back home and test it again and see what happens, right? That would be a good experiment. That wouldn't be too hard to do. So we might try that at some point, but not obviously right this minute. So here she is out of the room now. And if you hear meowing in the background, that's Kulat, who is alone in the main kitten room right now. Sorry, I was listening to something for a second there. Anyway, that's Kulat, who's alone in the main room right now and wants out. In fact, you might be able to see her in the corner of the window there. Do you see that? You see her little mouth moving? Yeah, so she wants out, and probably mostly wants out because she's missing her sister, who's at the vet today. Pebble is at the vet. Oh, hi, Ari. Pebble's at the vet getting her spay today. It's a big day for her. So that's pretty exciting. Um, let's see. I saw someone asking just a minute ago whether we tested her blood sugar before and after eating, and the answer is yes. I've tested it all kinds of times of day in relation to her eating and in relation to her sleeping, just to make sure. And so far, like I said, almost all of them come out normal. The last time we had an abnormal one was the day that she went to the vet and got tested there. So again, it's a little hard to tell what's going on so far. We've got some theories, and we'll figure it out over time. So I'm a little distracted here by the fact that I left the bedroom TV on, and it is playing the sound of what we are doing here. So that's getting confusing. I don't know if I can fix it. We might have to just go downstairs or go into another room here and deal with it. So sorry about that. The fact that I sound a little like, what's going on? Well, that's what it is. That's what's going on. Let's just take a look over here real quick. I want to see if we can find any other faculty to show you guys this morning. And it looks like we've got at least one. We've got Eddie, who's over here in the video game area, making sure that my chair has lots and lots of cat fur on it. This is one of his favorite places to stay during the day. These days I've had the office door open most of the time so that the faculty can come and go as they please, since we no longer have to keep it as a room just for Smokey or Acro. And Eddie has picked this spot in particular as one of his favorite spots to be, although he's got one spot that is even more favorite than this. That's when I'm at my desk on the other side of the room. Eddie has to get up on the desk and in my face and rub all over me and shed all over me. And I love him. I really do. But the shedding can just be too much sometimes. So I try to brush him when I get a chance. Brooke's come in to say hello too. So yes, you can see, in fact, probably all of this. Look at that. That's all from him, and I try to keep this relatively clean. Shetty, yes, good job, buddy. This is why we can't have nice things. So, anyway, he's being good though. There's Brooke having a little bit of a look around. Brooke also likes to hang out in here with me. She does, yep, she gets in this cat tree and mostly just hangs out, which is really nice. So I like to let her do that when we have the time. Do you want to just stay here while I go look at some other kittens, Brookie? You guys have seen Brooke in here on this tree before because she does it so often. We've started some of the previous breakfast streams in here with her, I think. Good job, Brooke. You make it yours. Nice. Oh, thank you, Corrine Elizabeth Cowherd. Um, I saw you asking whether we've heard from Dawes about the application for Brooke. And I didn't actually, but I did hear from the person that applied saying that they had to withdraw their application because well, for reasons. They had their own personal reasons for that, nothing to do with Brooke, of course. So currently, we are back to a state where Brooke has no applications, no applicants, and I certainly hope that someone will apply for her because, as you can see, she is a sweetheart. And as you saw just a minute ago, she's fine with Eddie. She gets along great with most of the faculty. I hope that, rather, what I mean to say is that if you have other cats and you want to apply for her, she probably will get along with your cats. You might have to do a little bit of work introducing them, but that's real normal for introducing any cat to another cat. She doesn't love kittens in general, so I'd watch out if you have a kitten. Or obviously, if you don't have any other cats, she makes an awesome only cat. She's super playful. I think she's very young. I've said that before. I think she's not much more than a year old. And I say that in part because her teeth are so nice, and also in part because she is crazy playful. Like when she gets going after a toy, she is like a kitten on crack, like just bouncing around and rolling around and leaping off the walls and just crazy, crazy. And you can't tell because she's always so calm when we're doing these streams, but I promise when she gets rolling, she really does it. Just looking around the room to see if I could find a toy to throw at her, but I don't. There's none up here. That's okay. Let's take a little walk and see Belle to start with. Let's start with Belle. I'm gonna set this camera down. Brooke's following me around like a puppy now. Hang on, I don't have a camera stand, so I just got to set it up here. Give me 1 sec. Now she's gone down towards the master bedroom. I don't know if you can see her in the dim light there. But she'll take care of herself for a few minutes and we'll go see Belle. So Belle is also good news. I think Brooke is good news, except for the part about her adopter and the fact that she needs one. Brooke's good news though, because so far at least, we haven't had any blood sugar problems for her. And, who knows what's up with that. Belle is good news because she has been eating like she should for a pregnant mom cat, eating a lot, just like she ought to, and that's great. Plus, she's even started to show a little bit of personality, so I really think she wasn't feeling too well for a few days there. But things are changing for her real fast. She's put on weight the last 3 weigh-ins. She's up about almost a quarter of a pound each day. And not quite, I guess. Today it was like 0.15. That's the better part of a quarter, I suppose, but it's a bit of a stretch to say it was a quarter pound. Still, really good. That's the kind of gain that we expect to see for a mom cat that's got little kittens going. So really, really doing good. And like I said about her personality too, she started to show a little bit of that. I've seen her playing with, she likes the catnip fish that she's got there. She likes to go over and play with it a little bit. She's very reserved about her play. She's not like Brooke that just flips out. she just kind of goes and sits with it and kind of touches it a little and sniffs it and hangs out almost more than playing so far. Now, maybe she'll start to get a little more active as she starts to feel even better and when she doesn't have so many kittens inside her. But very reserved in general, I think. Um, she, let's see, we redid her, boy, easy for me to say. We redid her x-rays over the weekend and counted for sure 3 kittens, and who knows, there could be some more that we didn't see so well, but if I were gambling on it, I would bet on just 3 because that looked pretty conclusive this time. We were going to take her in today for a follow-up x-ray, but because we got them over the weekend and because she's feeling so much better and because I don't want to stress her out, there just doesn't seem to be any point in taking her in for a follow-up x-ray today, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to let her enjoy her time here. Also, the other thing I've noticed her doing is last night she went to the door and she reacted to the faculty a little bit, which is a mixed bag. It's nice to see her, being involved in what's going on around her, but I'd prefer to see her just be fast friends with the faculty instead of being concerned about them being outside of her door. But not a bad reaction. It wasn't terrible, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, she reacted to me a little bit differently yesterday too. We got some meows for attention. She was meowing at me, and that's a first. So, again, I think this is all signs that point to her recovering and feeling better and starting to get a little bit of her personality back, which we didn't get to see a whole lot of when she first arrived, because she was only here for a couple days before she started feeling poorly. So there you have it. You can see what a sweetheart she is. I'll tell you, I mentioned this before, and I'll just mention it again, that she's an awesome lap kitty because even though she won't get on your lap, I think maybe that's just part of her feeling poorly, and maybe once she starts to feel a little bit better, she'll start climbing all over me. Who knows? But if I put her in my lap and sit over in the beanbag chair with her, she will just sit there for hours and let me pet her and purr and read a book or watch some TV. And she is all into that. So that's a sweet thing to have too. She clearly wants this attention. She doesn't want me to go away. Every time I take my hand away, she's like, "What, are you done? I wasn't done." I know you want some more, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. She's like, "Yes, please." So yeah, clearly feeling much, much better today, and we're happy about that. I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I can mention it again. I haven't really seen her kittens kicking like the big kicks that we're used to, but I have felt them squirming around in there. So we definitely got some activity, and I think in the next few days we'll probably start to see them kicking. I know there's other signs that we look for to tell us that she's close to delivering, and we have not seen those signs yet. Things like losing hair around her nipples or starting to really nest, spend a lot of extra time in the box. Those are things that we typically would see a few days before delivery, but I don't think we're there yet. So, if I were guessing, I'd say a week, week and a half maybe is what I would guess, but I don't have a whole lot to go on, except that we know it can't be too much longer than that. So anyway, that's our Belle. Belle, I'll come back. We'll hang out later on, okay? I got a lot of stuff to get done today. Here's Brooke just waiting for me outside the door. Hi, Brooke. Do you want me to open your door so you can go back in your room for a while? Do you? She's like, I don't know. I saw you open it. I don't care. It's her room. But if I put you in there, then I can let Coolot out. I should tell you guys, this morning Coolot was out and ran into Brooke, and it went sort of the opposite of how I would expect. Coolot was very, very angry at Brooke. Coolot was the one hissing and spitting, and Brooke was respectful of that. She just stayed away, and that was a very good interaction on Brooke's part. And then I've mentioned this before to Coolot's adopter. It's a good thing they don't have any other cats because Coolot and Pebble get along, but Coolot is not good with new things. So if she had to meet a new cat, I think that Kulat would be a challenge. Not, she was the same way when she first met Pebble. If you remember, she was hissing and just telling Pebble to stay the heck away from her. And now, of course, you guys watch the stream and you see Pebble and Kulat just snuggled up, sleeping together and being total cuties. Loganberry, I heard you. What are you saying to her? Are you starting something, buddy? Loganberry can be a bully to Eddie. He actually bullies on Eddie once in a while. And I wonder if he looks at Brooke and sees one that sees like, oh, look, this is another Eddie. I can bully her too. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a bully because the only one he picks on is Eddie. But he does. When he gets around Eddie, he'll pick on Eddie if he gets the chance. And yes, that's Ari. That's Ari behind in the contemplation station. What's going on here, you two? Let's break it up, okay? Here's Ari. Hey, bud. Oh, hi. Yes. And I can still hear Kulat crying down there just to be let out. But for obvious reasons, I don't want to let her out while Brooke's still out here. Let's see if we can herd Brooke back in her room for a while. Brookie? Come on, let's go. Come on. If I come in here, I know you'll want to come in here with me. Come on, Brooke. Come on. There you go. See, Brooke doesn't care to be in here, but she'll just like, oh, I'll follow you anywhere, though. So sweet. Oh, she's like, don't close the door. Brookie. Brookie, let's not make this difficult. Oh, come on. Hi, sweetheart. Give me a little kiss. Okay. There you go. Your breakfast is still in the bed. You can finish that. Okay. Loganberry, you don't need to start more fights, pal. Say hi to everybody. Look up here, buddy. Look up here. Okay. All right, fine. Don't look up here. I hear you. Oh my gosh, Kulat. I hear nothing else but you crying. Is it because you miss your sister finally? Is it? Can you hear her big purr too? This might be one of the first times that Lottie has been all alone in a room for it wasn't even that long. She's been in here for an hour. Just long enough for me to take her sister to the vet. Here's Smokey. What? Hi, Smokey. Here's Kulat. I think she does miss having her sister around, though, which is sweet, isn't it? That's fine. You guys will be back together tonight, and soon on Friday, their adopter is going to come pick up Kulat and Pebble on Friday morning. It looks like probably Friday morning. We don't have the exact time pinned down, but we expect that to be Friday in the morning. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll have new kittens by then, or maybe we will have one of those very rare times when instead of being a kitten academy, we're more of a mom cat academy. I don't think this is the first time that we've not had no kittens. If that happens this Friday, I don't think it'll be the first time. Because I feel like there's been some times when we had a bunch of mom cats in a row that weren't even mom cats and maybe no kittens then. I don't remember, but somebody would remember. Probably Pat, who knows everything. So there's Custard taking a nap. Kulat just wants all the love this morning and nothing else. Wow, that's a lot of love you want, Kulat. And no, Holly, no new news yet on the mom cat, on the second mom cat. Again, as long as we haven't heard anything, I think that means that she's still coming. And once we hear something, it'll either be she's here or or she's not. So, so I'll let you guys know when we hear something, but no news is probably good news. Oh, too much, Kulot. Too much. All right, there's our Smokey. We saw Kulot. We saw Ari and Loganberry. We saw Eddie. I don't know where Acro is. Maybe he's in the sunroom. He likes to hang out there sometimes. Let's just take a look. He is. This is his usual spot. Even though the rest of the furniture is gone and it's kind of echoey in here, he still is going to hang out under the table like he does. Kulot, meanwhile, has followed me like a puppy. Can't be left alone for 1 second this morning. Very classy, bud. That purr, Kulot. Wow, I didn't even know you could be so loud. All right. Now I think we've seen everybody. And we haven't seen Maggie. Except I don't know where she would be. I'm not even going to guess. So. Oh, she's right there. Look at that. She's thinking about going outside. She spends more time thinking about going outside than she does actually going outside. This is like me on my Steam library trying to decide what game I'm going to play when I've got like an hour to go play a video game. And then I accidentally spend the entire hour trying to decide which game to play instead of playing a game. This is Mrs. Maggie with the cat run door. Should I go outside? Should I not go outside? I can't decide. Can't decide, Maggie. Hi, Smokey. Meanwhile, Kulot has again followed me and is on my lap. Because she can't leave me alone for a second this morning. I know, well, I would pet you, but I need my hand to keep my balance. All right, Maggie. Well, hey, don't think about it too hard, all right? So silly. Nobody out in the cat run. It's a little chilly today, but it's not so bad. She could go out there. She's got a big coat. All right. Well, hey, look, this close-up's gone long enough this morning. We've gone over the 20 minutes as usual. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. I want to just go over the points real quick. Again, Pebble is at the vet today, getting her spay. She'll be back around 4 p.m. And Pebble and Kulot are getting adopted on Friday. Brooke's blood sugar has been normal every time I've tested it. We're going to keep testing it and see if we can figure out what's going on. And Belle is, as far as we can tell, Belle's completely healthy, gaining an appropriate amount of weight and acting much perkier. So everything's good news right now, and we like that. I will see all of you guys tomorrow morning for our little close-up chat. And until then, if you want to keep watching these kittens, tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. All right, say goodbye, Kulot. Thanks. Wow, you're sitting in just the right spot for that light, too. That's beautiful, isn't it? Looking good, Kulot. I said looking good. Say goodbye to everybody, Kulot. Oh, okay, that'll work.